Hello everybody, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 3. I am here with Miserability as always, and for some reason my internet appears to be doing okay. I don't want to jinx it, but it's in really good shape today for no reason. So I decided to try testing out 720/30 instead of my usual 540 or 360. So here's to hoping that that works. But aside from that, Raul, you can go ahead, introduce.
Hi, I'm Paul.
Oh, the game looks beautiful.
Yeah. And now I'm live. What's up, ladies, gentlemen, all the beautiful beings in between, and live from Omaha, Nebraska. Maybe. I don't know. I really want a viewer from Omaha, Nebraska, just to tell me, and welcome to the final Flatdown. But I want a viewer from Omaha, Nebraska, just to tell me, hey, shout out, thanks for giving us all the credit. Like, I don't know what we're doing, but it's the most Nebraska way of, like, being included. I am once again with my hetero life mate, the husband to my mistress. Oh, come on, let's face it, I am the mistress.
Nah, you right. Hey, Pop, what's up, my dude? How you doing, man?
Yo, what's up, Pop?
Haven't seen you around in a bit. Well, I've seen you on your streams, but I mean here. How you doing, man?
I just got your message saying, like, the momentary panic. You forgot what day it was.
Yeah.
Because my yes, like, auto-corrected to yesterday.
Yeah, you said yesterday, and I was like, what day is it? I had a small stroke.
But we are back once again with more KH3 DMD. I don't know.
DMD. Not much is really going on, Pop. We're just chilling, playing some Kingdom Hearts together. How have you been lately?
Yeah, for real, my dude. It's been like...
Yeah, like, he still streams on a regular basis. You know, I pop in sometimes, but... You know. It's been a while since we've really heard from him. So I hope he's doing good.
Oh, right. Sweet.
Where are you at right now, Raul?
I'm just Whoa.
What?
Is this Steamboat Willie?
Yeah.
Wait, why is this Game & Watch?
Yeah. You heard both. There's actually a whole bunch of mini games that are effectively like Steamboat Willie-esque, where they're like black and white and old school. I'm not sure if they're all Steamboat Willie skits or episodes or whatever.
Oh snap! What's up, Will?
But they're actual like mini games that you can play on a handheld.
Yeah, you know, but on the cloud.
No, Cloud's not in this game.
Well, you gotta play it on the cloud now if you want to play on Switch.
That's true.
Like, oh, it feels so weird to be back in Twilight Town.
It does.
It's like...
It does feel weird. Cool, kind of got television on my stream. Oh, no, worry about it. No apologies needed, my dude.
You would definitely like playing all the Kingdom Hearts games.
You're
all
on
47
your grind,
and a half of them.
You're on your grind and taking care of yourself, and I could never ask from my friends more than that. You're doing you.
Yeah, exactly.
No judgment whatsoever. Don't you worry about that.
Except in November, because Jesus is watching.
I mean, by the time next November rolls around, I'll look like Jesus, so yeah. Yeah, that'll work.
Keanu?
Yeah? You playing my game? Hey! What's up, Clay? How you doing? Your game, sir. This my game. What you mean?
Okay, I forgot how to get to the mansion from here.
Alright, so they actually patched up the hole in the wall. And I don't mean like developer patch, I mean like the town patched that giant hole. So you have to go towards where the Sandlot would be. You remember the little play place that everybody was in where you did the struggle matches?
I think I'm just trying to remember how to get there. It's been 84 years.
Ching caught the Rona again? Who? Ching? Who dat? Hey, Pop. Thank you. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Or the seeds, as we call them in this channel. Ooh, Vanguard.
I gotta
That's
think
right,
of...
you're big on Call of Duty.
Which reminds me, I gotta think of a clever name for my bits. I'm thinking of, like... I gotta think of a good, like, platinum, like, reference.
Maybe call them the next tier down. Even though it doesn't technically exist. Iron trophies? Or... I don't know.
What do you think they're up to?
I'm just trying to... Okay, so... Not
Maybe you
through
could say
here.
that they smelted some platinum or something. I don't know.
Look, on that branch, the
It's...
Heartless
Look
have
at
him
the
surrounded.
little boy! Look at the little squeaky boy!
Yeah.
Okay, I'm legit lost.
If you go all the way to the end, on the complete opposite side of where the black and white TV screen was, like if that's on your left, go fully to the right, you will see like an archway for you to go through.
Oh, like here in the underground?
Yeah, you have to go to the underground. Oh my god!
What?
Even after grinding, these things take half my health per hit. Bro.
Shut up, Donald. You smell
No
bad.
one told y'all you could do this. Jesus Christ, my health bar. Oh my god. Oh yeah, Raul, you're aware you can equip more than one Keyblade, right?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. I'm on critical. I am on critical, so like it makes sense that they hurt.
Oh.
I did a decent amount of level grinding, so I wasn't expecting them to hurt that much still. Because like the enemies in the other areas still aren't doing that much right now.
Skittles.
Yes! Got it.
Oh. They look actually kind of cute.
Well, take care.
What?
These monkeys.
Oh, the Power Wilds?
It's the boy.
Yup. Remember how I said that there was a reason you were collecting ingredients?
Whoa! What is?
I'm
He's marching me
happy.
the other way around.
Whoa!
Lucky! That little feller's parked on your head.
Huh? Would you cut that? Whoa!
Yeah.
Huh?
Raul,
You know,
I need to
maybe you
rewatch
should've
that
picked up the
movie
fruit
because
for
it's...
you
Been
get to
a-
do exactly what you think you get to do.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh,
But I can do it by
yeah.
It is exactly what you think it is.
I just need to collect the fruit.
So I gotta do the cooking by the book?
Right then.
Yeah.
Break it down, man.
So
You want
what
me
are
to
you
back
gonna
it
do with all
up?
this anyway?
Wait.
Huh?
Oh, my computer acting up.
Well,
Oh, my
Okay.
computer's always acting up.
you be careful going home.
See you around.
Whoa. My bitrate randomly dropped and then shot right back up. That was weird.
Next stop, the mansion.
Wait, how did you use the wave? Is that a follower emote? Maybe
That
it is.
little feller sure seemed happy.
Alright, so now we're gonna go exploring through the area. I mean, it's gotta be. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to use it. Because you're not a subscriber. I mean, I don't see a flower next to your name, so.
Yeah, try this. Here we go.
Ooh.
You know, as much as I really don't care for the finishing move of the Keyblade from Hercules, I have to give it this. It's not bad. It, like, strength-wise, it's pretty good. Yeah, sure.
Aww. I am having so much fun just watching.
Oh, him pulling the hair and controlling you? Which, in fairness, is a real-life thing that works for us, but hey... unimportant.
So... this makes Sora a kaiju now, right?
Alright. What?
I'm not wrong.
No. No, you're not. Like, I kind of feel like that's right, I kind of feel like that's wrong. That's how I feel about it. Oh, hey, a lucky emblem. Yeah! Ooh, expert's ring. Jesus, 20 AP. There's no need for this.
See, I kind of wish I had the sound alert for that whole cooking by the book thing.
Mm.
You gotta do the cooking by the book. I don't care what anyone says, that little John remix slaps too hard. Oh, please, speaking of things that, like, that, like, randomly, like, hit me, like, out of the blue. So, you'll never believe what, like, started playing when I was leaving my Uber earlier.
Huh.
As I was pulling up, I just hear the infamous words, "I can make it bedrock, girl."
No way! Oh, hey, a new attraction! We haven't gotten this one yet.
Oh, Splash Run. That's
Yeah.
what that is.
Yeah.
This
Wait, did
always
you
used to
just
be...
get it?
Yeah.
I just got it too. That's nice timing. Try to move and jump around with it as much as you can. Because if you move and jump around with it, it'll create like a giant water path that stays. And the finish is to go retrace that whole thing, causing damage a second time.
Oh, I forgot to hit the finish button.
That's okay. I actually have an ability. You'll get it in another like couple levels. That will
auto finish?
Yeah, it'll auto finish. And it won't work if there's no enemies nearby to hit, but it's a thing. Are you headed to the mansion yet?
Yeah, I'm just fighting a bunch of these things.
Alright.
But yeah, I'm still kind of bummed that it started playing, but I didn't get to the grocery bag.
Bro, that song had no business being what it was, because, like, it's terrible, but it's so catchy.
It's... Okay, which bad song do you think is so catchy, but you acknowledge how terrible it is? Bedrock or Hot Shower?
I don't really care for Hot Shower in general. Like, I've only listened to it a few times, and it just doesn't interest me. But Bedrock, I listen to that all day. Like, I know all the words. Even all these years later, just because, like, it's iconic. It's terrible, but it's iconic.
Yeah, like, I legit love Hot Shower just because... Oh, it's the boy! Like, I still will, like, unironically just, like, blurt out, hot damn hot water, hot shower. Because I know it's bad, but like I still enjoy it.
Is she there?
Kind of like how I am with Ball with a Ball by Kid Rock. Don't scare me like that. Scream drops tomorrow.
What do you think,
Scream
guys?
drop distance?
This place is even creepier than I remember.
Get out.
Well, they do say this mansion is haunted.
How do you how do you like you having your own phrase used against you?
It feels good.
Stop it.
Oh, Jesus.
Thanks for the heart attack.
Oh, what? Did I scare you?
Our bad.
So how did it go? Did you get any leads?
Nope, afraid not. The asking around thing was a total bust.
It's weird to see a bunch of characters
This
with
mansion
non-blue eyes.
Is our last hope.
Like, Hayner and Pence both have brown eyes. I
You
don't...
guys ready?
Owlette has green.
Another Twilight Town awaits.
Isn't that weird? Every major character so far has blue eyes or golden eyes, depending on what side you're on. It's consistent.
Here we go.
Hey, the computer room. We ain't been here in a
Yeah.
minute.
The password was, sea salt ice cream.
Like-
Well,
right?
of course the password was sea salt ice cream. It's the only
I'm in.
food anybody in this town
Let's get
consumes.
that transporter working.
But also, Lee, so I decided to Google like worst
man.
songs of all
The
time.
transporter's been protected.
Protected from what?
How do you feel about
I
Friday?
guess from us? We
That's
can't
one of
use
my
it to get to the other
favorites.
Twilight
I'm
Town.
not gonna lie.
L- Like, I like Friday. Like,
I
I
do too.
originally
That was
did when it
then.
came out.
And
I
this
thought
is
it was
now.
fun.
And
Now, the
there's no
hyper
other
pop
way.
version, I seriously want to,
none
like,
that I
punch
know.
a hole in drywall.
I don't think I'm
Great.
familiar with the hyperpop.
Me and Adrian doing a fusion dance after inhaling an entire six-pack of 5-hour energy trying to sing Friday.
Zexian, why do you know
yeah.
that?
But how'd you know that?
I was tinkering with Ansem's computer, you know, to decrypt the code that was left in it. And I noticed that someone had logged in from another terminal. I figured it might be you.
His hair
Oh,
being
yeah,
that length
the
is
log
really
terminal.
weird. Shut up, Donald.
Oh, and what? You do?
I know I haven't got a clue.
It's
Then,
weird to know that
Who was it?
Zexian
that
is only a
logged in?
little bit older than Sora.
Oh, hi there. This is Pence. I'm the one who logged into the computer.
Good.
I think he's
As
2
long
years
as it's a
older than
user that
Sora.
we know we can trust.
Yup.
Maybe 1 year. Like,
I'm
it's
kinda
really
stuck
weird,
here.
isn't it?
One of the programs is protected, so I can't run it.
This dude's a former villain and a super
Transporter to
genius.
the other Twilight Town.
It's the only way to find Roxas. You gotta help us.
Another Twilight Town?
Even he doesn't know what we're
And a
talking about.
transporter?
My address is...
Okay. A virtual town inside the computer made of data.
Yo, I hate this list already.
What list?
We've seen
100
one.
worst songs
That's what we
ever,
used once
according to
investigate
AOL.
Jiminy's journal.
Maybe I can do something.
Pence, let's get a network set up.
Number
My address
2,
here is-
Who Let the Dogs Out?
Now,
3, Ice Ice Baby.
you heard them talking about the datascape and checking out Jiminy's journal through it before, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
sharing is enabled.
There you go. There's your only mention of coded.
Huh? Were you able to fix it?
That's it.
Now that our two computers have been successfully networked together, I can take control of the terminal there and change the privileges.
Now you
And
see
Roxas?
why I view coded as so useless.
For the
That was it.
virtual world,
There you go.
please
That was the whole thing.
the wide
would have included Roxas's full data in the construction, meaning somewhere on
I've
your
noticed,
machine
like,
there's a
when they're
log of
on the
that data
gummy
that-
phone, the frame rate kind of changes a little bit
Basically, we can
when it's, like,
decipher
showing
Ansem's
them
code more
from
quickly,
the phone.
and we can analyze
Yeah. I don't
know if
Twilight
you've noticed that.
Town while we're at
It's
it.
probably because the phone itself is only so good. Honestly, that might be on purpose.
Glad you're following along. Don't worry, we'll handle it.
Chip and Dale will be helping me
Vexen.
out here on this. I'll call you back as soon as we know anything more.
Thanks.
Oh, before I forget, a bit of troubling news.
It's about one of the organization's former members. You knew him as Vexen. But to us, he was Ansem's apprentice, Evan. He
His
was
eyes.
recompleted like the rest of us.
But hadn't regained consciousness yet.
I must go now. I need to buy myself a Gur hoodie from Hot Topic.
Vanished.
Alias and Dylan, the two you knew as Lexius and Zalden, they went out looking for him, but he's just gone.
Actually, what's ironic is Sora
And I'm
doesn't know who
starting to
Lexius is. Even
think
if
he's
Chain of
on their
Memories
side?
hadn't wiped his memory at the end, he never
Huh.
met
He's
Lexius.
a devious researcher. You should be careful.
He fought
Alright,
and
thanks.
witnessed the complete murder of Vexen, and
Oh, no,
he
we
fought
got
and
work.
killed
I
Zalden.
totally forgot.
But he never
Really?
met
But
Lexius.
what about all this?
Hey, both are important. We're gonna need
Also,
some
look at
cash to go to
Hayner
the
and tell me
beach.
his jacket
Also,
isn't the
don't
bottom
forget
of
the
Olette's
pretzels.
pants.
Gotta buy 4 now. Hmm?
I can't unsee that now.
I get it.
He's wearing the rest of her outfit as a
Later, Sora.
jacket.
Yeah. See ya, Hayner.
Bye, Donald. Goofy.
Goodbye!
It's almost as
Since
bad
I'm
as
handing the
Riku's
computer here,
almost fitting
you guys are in
gloves
charge
from
of running
Kingdom
my
Hearts
share.
1.
No pretzel for pets.
You remember those? The almost fitting gloves where they would be like covering his fingers but only halfway down his palm?
Yeah, that was something.
Terrible. What's up, Ben? Welcome in.
Yo, I hate this list already.
If Barbie Girl is anywhere on that list, they're incorrect. Like, it's just incorrect. That's fact.
It's fifth.
As in, like, fifth worst or like fifth,
So, what's next?
like, fifth least bad?
Fifth worst.
Incorrect.
And it's behind
Straight
It's Time
up.
to Beat That Beat by Pauly D, Who Let the Dogs Out, Ice Ice Baby, and She Bangs.
So, you think you can bring Roxas
She
back?
bang, she bang. To be fair, that one was like bad on purpose. Oh, hey, look, it's the Ansem meme I keep using. Oh, Ansemnus.
Roxas should never have existed in the first place. What you seek
is
is impossible.
Raul pulled up a
Roxas
list
does
of the
exist.
100
His
worst
heart's inside
songs
my heart.
ever.
And in the unlikely event you did manage to separate the two, where is it
Livin'
you
La Vida
think
Loca,
you can
that's
put his heart?
messed
Good
up.
song, though.
Well,
Getting
Roxas
jiggy
used to
with
live in
it.
the other Twilight Town, right? So, I'm just gonna put him back there.
Do you even realize what you are saying? The other Twilight Town
Backstreet
is just
Boys,
data.
everybody
A heart
Backstreet
can
back.
live anywhere, even inside Data. There
That's
are hearts all
terrible.
around us.
Okay, Summer Girls by
Ansem and this
LFO,
used to be part
that
of the
song
same
still
person,
slaps.
Right?
I caught myself
Look,
singing it in
now
the
they
shower.
exist separately just fine. If
Goofy's
they
out
can
here
do
with the
it,
big
then
brain,
I don't
though.
see any
He's like,
reason
look,
why
there's
you
the
and
heartless
Roxas
and the
can't
nobody
find
at
a
the
way.
same time.
Yeah.
And we know that the, like, actual completed person is there, too.
In that case, by all means. Nothing would please us more than Roxas's
Like,
return.
as
Of
dumb
course.
as Goofy
You
is,
wish he'll
he's
never
really
answer to you
smart
again.
sometimes.
Goofy's
Still
on the
so
spectrum.
blind. A nobody is what's left behind when one gives his heart to darkness.
It-
There is only one way to bring Roxas back,
You're right.
which is for you to give your heart up as well.
Huh.
Have you finally decided to call upon the darkness?
Yeah, I'm gonna call upon the darkness so I can run its pockets.
Go on then. The shadows are
I'm gonna call it up in a dark alley and beat it. Ooh, Neo Shadows. Bet. And Dusks.
Now, set your heart free.
Okay, I'm mad at this list, so I decided to switch it up for like 20 worst songs from the 2000s.
It's not darkness. Not if it
Second
helps him.
song on the list, Bob the Builder, Can We Fix It?
Oh, no, that's not okay. Damn, Donald, alright.
Here we go. Go on. Come on.
Oh my god. Okay, so I can't get hit twice here. But Goofy's actually like got a really good point that we're looking at Xemnas and Ansem at the same time, who are the Heartless and Nobody of the same body. And also, we know that Terranord is still around, who is the Somebody to those two halves. So it's like legitimately confirmed that it's possible to have the Self, the Heartless, and the Nobody all exist at once. Nice. I managed to catch up through that fight, somehow. The Somebody, Ben, is like your human self. In Kingdom Hearts, when you fall to darkness and die, your humanity separates into your empty body and then your spirit.
All my heart it is.
And when you come
getting
back
Roxas
together,
out.
it's called your Somebody.
Are you with me? Donald? Goofy?
You betcha!
I don't
You
know what
betcha.
Ansem and Xemnas want, but I think we better tell the others to watch out.
Okay then, let's head back to town.
Oh, and I finally got Blizzard.
Plain White Tees, Hey There Delilah. Come on, that song is awesome.
No, we love Hey There Delilah. It's not great. It's
But,
certainly
like-
not the best song I've ever heard, but it's a good song.
It's not the best Plain White Tees song.
Admittedly, I know very few. They weren't popular for much, to be honest.
I mean, there's this one that they have, it's called Hate, I Really Don't Like You, which is kind of ironic after hearing Hey There Delilah and then that song comes on.
Yeah.
But it has like this opening riff that I always love, that when I used to practice guitar daily, I just wanted to learn it.
Well, at least it wasn't the Forbidden Rift you were trying to learn.
Stop it.
What?
We ain't gonna have no talk about no brown note here.
Brown note?
You've never heard of the brown note?
Not by that term, I don't think so.
It's basically a specific audio note that you hear and you will literally...
Whoa, that's not what I was talking about.
What were you talking about?
There's literally like certain I don't know if they're riffs. But there are certain things that like if you were to go into like a guitar shop and play these, they would like unplug your amp or ask you to leave.
Oh, Stairway to Heaven, Smoke on the Water,
Yeah.
Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Yeah, any of those, and I think there's a couple more. But that's what I was talking about. I have no idea what the hell you were just talking about.
You've never heard of the brown note?
No?
I discovered it through South Park.
Is it real?
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about that. Alright. I made it back to town.
I'm still in the thing. I'm attacking some Heartless. My humps? Okay,
Yes,
I get that.
Yes. Yeah, that's fair. That one's fair.
Didn't he sell ice cream in Hollow Bastion?
Hollow Bastion
right.
killed her
But Uncle
husband,
Scrooge
whacked
here's what you
him.
might call a world traveler.
Cool.
The worst hit song of every year since 2000, from Macklemore to Train.
How are
Come
you, Uncle
on,
Scrooge?
Thrift Shop is not that bad.
It's bad, but it's not that bad. It's not worst song ever bad.
Grand adventure with these two. I hope Donald isn't making a menace
I mean, is Best Song Ever by One Direction on this list? Because I feel like that's
Uncle
false
Scrooge,
advertising.
What's that you were saying about a chef?
Oh, right.
Yay, I'm in
The
town.
chef of my bistro here wanted to
Oh,
show
you're
you
gonna
his
have a blast with
appreciation.
this.
So, he baked this
I know
for
I
you.
loved you, Savage Garden.
What is it?
Wow!
Cake!
That looks
Cross
so
the
good.
Jupiter train.
The
That
whole
looks
cake?
so
It's
good.
for us? Huh?
Now, settle down. The chef wants you to know it's not a cake, but a tart
How you
of
remind me,
fruit.
Nickelback.
Does?
Why keep it under my hat? May I introduce
Ah,
Little Chef?
it's the rich boy.
It's
Technically
you.
the richest fictional character of all time. You've ever seen those lists?
It all
Yeah.
started a little while ago when I was
I gotta
enjoying
check
one
if
of the
Forbes
best meals
updated it
of
for
my life.
2021.
And when I asked to speak to the chef, I met this wee genius. As it turns out, he wanted to expand his culinary horizons.
No, he's second.
So I thought, that's
Behind
an
who?
opportunity.
Carlisle
And I financed
Cullen.
the whole operation.
Oh, come on! Whatever.
Ooh, I think he wants to cook some more for you. Fetch some ingredients, especially anything unusual.
He
That'll
can
be
cook for
fun.
me all he
Kinda
wants,
like a
man.
scavenger hunt.
And the more the better. The mark of a truly great chef is creating masterpieces out of anything.
Remy.
You can start right here in town.
We'll do anything to try more of Little Chef's food.
That tart sure did look scrumptiously delicious.
Okay.
That tart
the
does
ingredient
Okay,
list
now-
is
good,
on.
though.
Now this one re-updated it. Ironically on a website called The Richest. The richest fictional character, Scrooge McDuck, worth $65.4 billion.
Oh my god.
2,
We'll be needing a wee
Smoke,
bit more before cooking can
54.1.
begin.
Yo,
Yes,
that's
we're still
that's cap.
short. Let's
That's
keep
cap.
searching.
What?
Oh, we have to do it as a side mission. Never mind.
3, Carlisle Cullen, 46.
Alright, so we gotta
Or
run
dead.
around. Did I just hop across the people's faces? What just happened?
Maybe.
That looked like what happened for a second there. I wasn't paying attention.
Needs more ingredients. We better
Or
keep
Daddy
an eye out.
Warbucks, 36.2. 5th, Tony Stark, 12.4.
Huh.
Next week's test is gonna destroy you.
I need to get more ingredients?
Yeah, you have to, like, collect a certain amount around the town. The sunset always gets me too, dude. Don't worry about it. I feel that.
Onion.
Alright, I'm missing a couple. There's an ingredient basket and a takeout container right here. There we go. Honestly, this is kind of fun.
Hey! Guys!
Hmm?
Hey,
Olette.
Oh, hey, look! It's Olette and the
Hey,
rest of
boss,
her
done with the
pants.
posters.
Hey, good work.
Wait, does
You
that
guys
mean
work for
Hayner's
Uncle
the bottom?
Scrooge here at the bistro?
Have you
do
met
we?
him?
He gave us a short job putting up these special posters.
I just confirmed my
Mr.
own
McDuck's hosting an
joke.
open-air film festival in the courtyard. Cool, huh?
It
That
kind
looks
of
cool.
bugs me that they don't,
Hold your phone up to the poster.
like,
Mickey and
Call
Sora
him-
in Giant Land. Huh?
that they don't call
you
him
just
Remy.
downloaded a promo game for the film. You can try it
Yeah.
later.
In my OCD nature,
Well, remember that, like, his name to the humans was Little Chef because he wasn't able to communicate rat to human.
Like me bistro
right?
here.
So technically, nobody but other rats is capable of knowing his name.
To spend their money.
Damn
Alright,
it, Scrooge.
that makes sense.
Even
I gotta
Donald's
find-
disappointed.
Gorsh, he sure is canny. I always
Okay,
wondered
who's
how he
eating
keeps
ice cream while
customers
watching a
coming into
movie?
his businesses over and over.
Oh yeah,
It's a good
I'm no
question.
business guy, but
Like,
I
I
sure
understand
wouldn't want to be one of
ices.
Uncle Scrooge's competitors.
Seriously.
Well, like, straight up ice cream?
Oh, right. I need to warn you guys.
Why?
Well, those creepy crawly things might come back
I
for
had
more.
to mow the
So stay
dog?
on your
What?
toes.
Sure.
What?
But don't we have you guys to take care of him for us?
Like, there was like a random,
You have
like,
to leave again?
townsperson that's like, today, sorry, I can't. I have to mow the
Definitely be
dog.
back.
You gotta slow down.
Sorry.
Oh, did you make it out of the cutscene already?
Well, what is it? Don't
Yeah,
make it too
I'm trying to
tough.
find like this
I
last
know
ingredient.
how Roxas
Oh.
feels to be lost. But Donald
There's
and Goofy,
two things of ingredients in the
brought me
corner
back by wishing with
where
all
the
their
shop
hearts.
is, the item shop. You know where the save point is?
So I was hoping that
In the
three of you
corner
would do
on the left
same
of that.
and wish for Roxas.
What?
There's a
That's it?
takeout container and
That's
a
no
fruit
favor.
basket.
We'll all wish. I'm wishing.
Yeah. Me and Pence too.
Thanks.
Alright, item
I-
shop.
I love Olette so much. Like, not only is she just chill and such a pretty character, sometimes I have to remind myself that in the Kingdom Hearts manga, she tried to beat Axel to a bloody pulp with a nail bat.
Aren't you making it a little too obvious?
Negan?
We were instructed
Yes.
to guide him.
Yes. Just look at them. They wouldn't get far if we did not spell it out.
I'm slightly mad
Damn, I...
at the Kingdom Hearts manga.
Fair
Why?
enough. But let's
It's
not
only
forget how many times
because of
Sora
a
still
business
managed to
sense,
rain on our
because
If he wavers from the
when
path we
Tokyo
laid,
Pop,
we
who was
destroy
publishing them,
him.
got the rights, they
In
stopped
that case, we'll have to find ourselves
publishing
another vessel.
back.
Mm.
So, like,
We
to
never
American
have just
people,
one iron in the fire.
the manga just stops at volume 13 because they never localized it, when there's like another 20 released in Japan.
Right. Ooh, the shooting star! Yeah, I mean,
That-
in fairness, though, the Kingdom Hearts manga, there weren't that many, to my knowledge, and they only told so much of the story. But some of them are really good. Like, we've got Olette with the nail bat. I had a couple of them. It was in the manga that we found out the meaning behind Shion's name and how it managed to hurt our feelings all over again. Because she was polite to the Dusks who served them at the castle, and you know, they did like they were basically their servants. They cleaned, they cooked, whatever. So she told the Dusks that they were doing a good job. You know, she was nice to them. And the Dusk responded by leaving her a vase of flowers before it was sent off to fight and eventually die to Riku in the course of days. And she said that the flowers were really pretty, and Luxord comes up behind her and says, "It's the Shion, the forget-me-not. The Shion, it means I will remember you."
Actually, now that I take a good look, it's not the exact pants she's wearing.
We brought some
But
ingredients.
It's enough to be
probably-
weird.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to try
Also,
this before we do anything.
Also, I found another updated list, and it turns out Scrooge McDuck is no longer the richest fictional character.
Cool.
The richest is technically T'Challa.
Is the food ready yet? Huh?
Oh, you thought he was gonna
He
make
hasn't
it
started?
for you.
Huh? Whoa, whoa, hold on. Hey, hey.
Psych,
Yo,
bro,
that-
you thought.
Oh, whoa, would you... you're gonna make me...
Don't tell us that you're wishing, because then the wish won't come true. While Wakanda is often described as a country secluded, the fact that the rare metal called vibranium, which costs 10K per gram, can only be found in that country. Wakanda is home to more than 10,000 tons. Damn.
Here we go. Ah, almost. I got good on it. That's fine.
How's that?
Mushroom terrain. It's not as in-depth as I was hoping this minigame would be, but it's cool enough. It's a cute little thing. Rapidly tilt. Once you finish with the ingredient, bring out the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah!
We did it!
A wish at twilight.
What?
No, that's the name of the trophy.
Oh. Could try a little bite of Little Chef's tart, whatever it was. Tart au fruit. Alright. What are we doing now? Oh, are you trying out the minigame?
Yeah.
I tried out the cooking.
Ow.
Oh, wait, that's right. That's not something for me to hit. That's the postcards. Workshop. Okay. Water court. Chief Puff. Statue of Hercules. Hercules. Okay, so now I can get the upgraded versions of those. Cool. Keyblade Forge. Can I mess with that yet? No, not really. Alright. So, yeah, we can do the cooking minigame now, Raul. It's not nearly as in-depth as we wish it was. But it's still really cute. It's a nice little distraction thing.
I kind of like this.
What? Oh, the handheld?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Goodbye. Did Master Yensid tell you?
Wait.
I'm training to become a Keyblade wielder like you.
Oh, wait, Raul, you need to progress.
That's right. No more waiting for you to come back.
You need to go
for
back
more
to the world
adventures.
map. You need to see this.
I want to get out there and do my
But
part
I
to
wanted...
help.
Okay. Oh,
Merlin
now I
has
just
used
made
his
him
magic to bring
sad.
us to a place where time doesn't matter. We can take as long as we need to complete our training. He's
You
an
guys
amazing
might be able to
wizard.
figure out who this is.
Oh, and by us, I
Alright,
mean
I'm
me and
back
me.
to the world map.
He's really sorry for all
You
the
should have
trouble
gotten a
it caused.
cutscene.
I told him it's fine, but
Yep.
he won't stop apologizing. I'll admit I was a little scared of him at
It's the
first,
girl.
but I've gotten to know him better.
Yeah, like,
All he ever wanted was
I
to help
think
his friend.
her as a Keyblade wielder
Honestly,
is
it's
not a
hard
great
not to
idea,
like him.
but I like her as a character.
Every now and then,
I don't care
I
for
catch
her
him staring
much
at me.
in terms of her
When I asked
place
what's
in the
wrong, he
story,
says,
but she as a character
"I'm
isn't
not
bad.
sure. I think
So
I'm
wait.
forgetting something.
Is she basically in the
Don't know
hyperbolic time chamber?
Sora,
No.
I think it may have something to do with
Because they're in a place that, like, is outside of time.
you. Your journey is all about helping
Then yeah, I
people.
guess.
Some that you've never met
Yo,
before.
this landscape is
And
actually
some like you that you
breathtaking,
have.
bro.
They're
For
all counting
real.
on you.
No, Raul, you haven't reached it yet.
It won't be easy. But I hope you'll remain the
Oh,
happy
the sun.
and cheerful
That is
Sora I
pretty.
know.
The hypersonic
your soul
lion
can't
tamer. You get one more. Oh, she hasn't changed yet.
What's wrong?
Oh, hey, it's a me, a Lee.
Sorry.
Lee.
Yes?
What? I am.
Wow. That's somebody sent that to the local news.
A letter?
Right? Ain't that
Yep.
Cliffview beautiful?
To Sora?
Hyperglycemic tire changer.
Technically, yes. But I won't send it. It's more for me.
Ask Merlin. He'll deliver it for you.
Yeah. But it's okay. I just like talking to Sora. Even if it's on paper.
Huh. Okay. Oh.
I gotta know.
Where was he holding those?
Really?
Yeah, I asked Merlin to
Like,
pick
here's
these
the
up.
thing that makes me wonder
know,
for all the
we did
former
both summon
organization
Keyblades.
members.
Raul,
Gotta
did you back
celebrate.
away from your headset?
You're sweet.
Oh no,
Lee.
I just moved it up.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
Because
you
I was
suddenly got
brushing
way
my beard.
quieter. Oh, okay.
But here's my question.
Yeah.
When it comes to the former organization
Nothing.
members,
I just...
like,
You're trying to
for
remember what
how
you
many
forgot?
of those cloaks do they have
Well,
once they're
I-
human again?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good question.
Wait, how
So tomorrow.
how are those still in
you
one
and me
piece?
in the ring.
The ice
You
cream?
ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Where was he hiding those?
Don't
And it
hold back,
tastes like
Lee.
chocolate.
Promise?
Oh no. Don't hold back. Oh. Oh.
Nah.
It's the girl. Oh, and he dropped his ice cream. Oh, my feelings.
Are you okay? Lee.
Yeah. Sorry.
Ah.
What's wrong?
No, it's mint chocolate. Shut up.
Nah, it's
Something
got
in
the
my
glaze.
Oh, my feelings.
I'm gonna go. Sorry.
Okay, but stop apologizing.
Oh, there she is.
Fine. On one condition.
What?
Call me Axel from now on.
Oh, did you see the...
Got it?
Yeah.
Memorized?
It's because she said one of Shion's last lines to Axel. Don't hold back. Promise.
I got some salt.
That was one of her last lines when she fought Axel outside of the mansion.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Do not quote me about the scriptures, witch.
Do
I
not
was
cite
there.
the deep magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written.
Okay, I got close.
Yes, you did. Hi, Dylan.
It's Dylon.
So
No.
this is the place.
It's Dylon
where
because he
Aqua
spit
fell
hot
into the
fire.
realm of darkness after she dove in to save Terra. Yeah. She said he was acting strange. Strange how exactly? She sensed darkness in him. And they ended up getting into a big fight.
Right. And in the aftermath,
Dill
the two of
pickle?
them disappeared. Around the same time, the guards found a stranger with
Dill
white hair lying
pickles?
unconscious here in the square. A man calling himself Xehanort.
Wait, did you just say still pickle?
No,
Ansem the
Ben
Wise
said
took the
dill
stranger
pickle
in, but that was a mistake.
instead of
Xehanort
Dylan.
betrayed his master, stole his research, and along with his fellow apprentices,
Yo, I could go for a jar of
separated his heart
pickles.
from his body.
Yeah.
Nobody tell Jess.
Xehanort's heart took his master's name, Ansem, and traveled
Wait,
to the
that was
past
a
to give
year
his younger
ago.
self instructions.
Damn.
He even briefly had control of you.
She broke Twitch for wanting a pickle jar.
His empty body stayed in the present, took the name Xemnas, and founded Organization 13. Their goal was to prepare 13 vessels for Xehanort's heart.
Until we put an end to the organization. But all the while, young Xehanort had been visiting the future to choose 13 vessels of his own. Hearts with strong enough ties to him to begin a new organization. The real Organization 13. And now they're looking for a fight with us. But what happened to Terra? I thought you said that Aqua saved him.
How are you guys this dense?
Yep, she did. The problem is we didn't notice. You remember the end of the Mark of Mastery exam? When Master Xehanort made his grand return?
Yes.
That's the Xehanort I remember. He was already a pretty old man then. But how do you explain Ansem and Xemnas, his Heartless, and his Nobody? Isn't it strange how young they look? Why aren't they old men? It's because Xehanort was using a different body when the split happened.
Okay, good. Mickey's not dense.
That face from the portrait I mentioned? It wasn't just some stranger that Ansem the Wise took under his wing. It was the young man whose body Master Xehanort possessed.
No way. That was Terra?
Thank you.
Xehanort was using Terra?
Thank you.
Yep. Master Xehanort told
Y'all
us
were being
that
so
none on our
stupid
list
for the
belonged to
a
him.
whole 5 minutes
He was talking
here.
about Terra. Turns out, Aqua saved more than just her friend that day.
Okay. But Master Xehanort is an old man again now. Where did Terra's body go?
It's 'cause Master Xehanort's collecting vessels. He claimed to have 2 of our 7 lights. We got Sora back, but Terra must still be on Xehanort's side.
He's with Organization 13? We should warn
Like,
Sora.
my problem was they lined up every single piece to explain Terranort,
Yeah.
and for a second there, they completely missed it. And then Mickey went, hang on. Mickey went, hang on, let's think about this for a second. So I was like, how stupid are you guys? Ooh, alright. Raul, you have a choice to make. We have 2 world options. Technically, the correct one to go to is, you know, like, do you want to go for the lower level one so that it's, like, the appropriate timing? Or do you want to see which ones they are first?
Huh?
Like, every world has a level. Like, your recommended level for it to show you the proper progression. But there are 2 worlds available to us. So do you want to go for the one that's a little bit easier? Or do you want to choose the other one?
I don't know.
Alright, well, when you get to the world map, you can look over the 2 of them and decide. Because I can tell you right now, the more difficult one is actually my favorite one.
Kingdom of...
First of all, that aged terribly. This is aging terribly. Kingdom of Corona.
Oh.
But also, this is my favorite world in Kingdom Hearts 3. Welcome to the final world that you didn't guess. Tangled.
Well, I already knew about Tangled. I told you that.
I thought Tangled was the one you didn't guess.
No, because I knew about Zach Levi.
Ah,
I've been following him
true,
since
true. Then I can't remember which one it was that you didn't figure out. Ah, whatever.
I think it might have been Twilight Town.
No, I was talking about
because
Disney.
you specific Disney ones.
Yeah,
But
alright,
you know
whatever,
what?
whatever.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna flip a coin real quick.
Okay.
And whatever I land on is the world we're going to. Heads, we get in Rona. Tails, we'll hit up the toy box. Which means we're just gonna be playing Disney Infinity. Well, let's get Rona.
Yes! Yes! I'm going to get my ass a beat! Alright, I decked out my gummy ship just a little bit. I added a couple new weapons and changed the color, but... Because I think for a few worlds going forward, I'm not sure about these two specifically, but we're gonna have to fight enemies in the gummy ship to access worlds. Alright, which way are we going? That way. Let's go!
Hey y'all, Scott here.
There it is! Wait. That's sending me to the toy box. What the hell? No, I went the wrong direction. Oh, it's a flag. I saw the green dot on my screen instead, and I was like, oh, hey, that must be it.
Oh, I'm aiming towards the flag.
Yeah, I didn't see the flag for some reason. I just probably wasn't paying good enough attention. But now I'm heading for the flag.
Return the flag, or suffer my curse.
What's your offer? Now, I gotta say, honestly, like, there's not really any particular reason that this is my favorite world. I just really like it.
Is it because you're such a fan of the side story of Zach Levi?
Like, I am a huge, like, that warms my heart. That he wanted a role in Disney. So, for those of you who haven't heard this before, the voice actor for Flynn Rider,
Zachary Levi.
Zach Levi, auditioned for a role in Disney solely in the hopes that he would one day be in a Kingdom Hearts game. And when it came time for Kingdom Hearts 3, they decided to do a Tangled World, and they did in fact cast him as Flynn Rider. So he joined Disney, this titan of a company, just for the opportunity to do exactly what he managed to do in this game. And that is the most wholesome thing I've ever heard for, like, a celebrity. You know, like, for them to really live their dream like that. But, like, there's that, but also the design of this world, first of all, it looks amazing. But also, like, you get to see the childlike wonder in Rapunzel, on top of the fact that, like, in these graphics, she's beautiful. It's just so wholesome to look at. I can't get enough of it, really.
And I've just been a fan of his forever. Like, ever since I saw him in Chuck.
Why can't I go outside?
Oh.
The outside world is a dangerous place.
Did you make
You
it there
must stay
already?
here where you're safe.
Yeah.
Do you understand, Flower?
Wait, is Rapunzel still Mandy Moore?
It's a good question. Look at how pretty she is.
Those lights appear every year on my birthday.
No, it is Kelsey Lansdowne.
And I can't help but feel like
Aww.
they're meant for me. I need to see them, and not just from my window, in person. I have to know what they are.
Let's see, what else is she... what else did she do? She's Barbara Gordon. From Batman. And also she provides voices for Miles Morales. I don't think there's any specific character. Is the Underground a specific person? Or is it a group?
Like the henchmen.
Okay, so she provides
hench
voices
people.
for a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weather is great. It'd be perfect for a picnic.
Why do you think we came here?
Got me, Donald.
We'll figure it out as we go.
Sora's like, I don't know why we're here. I'm not complaining.
I'm sure we were brought to this world for some good reason. But can't we sweat it later?
There he is. Which reminds me, when I get a chance, I gotta see his performance in Shazam.
Oh, Jesus, he just wiped the floor with him. Oh, that's right, the Heartless are chasing him. I was half expecting the horse.
Make way! Make way! Make way!
I forgot what the horse's name was.
You see? Soon as you mention them, they show up.
There goes our picnic.
Maximus, I think.
Thank you. I think that was it.
It's okay. Let's send these guys packing.
Say, since you three seem to know what you're doing, mind if I leave this one to you?
Yep. We'll take care of them. Go on, skedaddle.
That's Goofy's line.
Whew. The horse was enough. Don't need any
The horse. Okay, so Maximus was chasing him. The what was enough?
Flynn Rider.
The what?
They look mad. Slowly. Out of here.
Now I'm just gonna nerd out.
Let's do this. Oh, the plant ones are kind of frustrating with a certain thing that they do. You'll see at some point.
Yo, I'm a giant dandelion.
Oh, did they do it?
No, I did it.
What?
My shot lock.
Oh. Oh, did you switch to the new Keyblade?
Yeah.
I personally don't like to because I don't like the magic Keyblades. They're cool, but I've never been a mage. It's never been me.
Here we go. Go. Yeah. Back off. There. My shield's ready.
Ooh. Come down here.
Where you at? We got the whole city behind us.
Gotcha. Boom.
Huh? Where'd Flynn go?
Out.
I think I saw him go that away.
Huh? But that away is just a dead end.
Yeah, that's puzzling.
I say we investigate.
Flynn, where are you?
Alright, and we just got a new magic spell. We got Arrow, which is nice. Defense boost, yes please. Can I have it? Thank you. That's like desperately needed.
Flynn? Yeah.
Flynn.
Yeah.
Hello, Flynnigan.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes me laugh that like that's actually what Flynn. Flynn is actually short for that. It feels like it shouldn't be. Is that just me?
Repeat that one more time?
The fact that Flynn is, I'm pretty sure, according to the movie's canon, short for Flynnigan. I don't know, it feels like it shouldn't be short for anything. Like, it's such a weird name. Maybe he's in the game.
Where are you getting Flynnigan from?
I'm pretty sure in the movie they, like, say it's the Tales of Flynnigan Rider was the book that gave him the idea to take the name.
That makes sense. Like, I haven't seen Tangled in so long.
Yeah, that's fair. I really like Tangled. And Disney movies in general. Oh, cool. I got a new mobile game. Damn, now Kyrie can pull up to Sora's house like, you got games on your phone?
Well, at least he got away safe, right?
Whoa. Hey, now Sora's gone too.
This way, guys. It's a secret passage.
Oh.
Oh, snap.
Ooh, this was actually in one of the, like, preview images. Have you seen the tower yet?
I'm in the tower.
Okay. Yeah, that image of, like, Sora looking over throughout the whole thing and seeing the tower in the distance was one of the preview images, which is, like, you know, how people were trying to guess what world it was. Don't break the smolder.
How you doing? The name's How's your day going? Huh?
Look at how cute she is.
Who else knows my location, Flynn Rider?
All right, hang on, Blondie.
Rapunzel.
Gesundheit. Here's the deal. I was in a situation gallivanting through the forest when I stumbled upon it. Oh? Oh, no, no. No, 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 no. Where is my satchel?
I've hidden it. Somewhere you'll never find
I bet you're
it.
wondering how I got in. Oh, Pascal.
And he really did never find the satchel.
Sell it?
No!
Wait, you don't want my hair?
Why on earth would I want your hair? Look, I was being chased. I saw a tower. I climbed it, okay? End of story.
I mean, it's not like he got a choice otherwise.
It's Pascal! Hey, buddy.
Okay, Flynn Rider. I'm prepared to offer you a deal.
A deal?
Look this way. Do you know
Oof.
what these are?
You mean the lantern thing they do for the princess?
Lanterns? I knew they weren't stars. Well, tomorrow evening, they will light the night sky with these lanterns. You will act as my guide, take me to these lanterns, and return me home safely. Then, and only then, will I return your satchel to you. That is my deal.
Yeah, no can do. Unfortunately, the kingdom and I aren't exactly simpatico at the moment, so I won't be taking you anywhere.
Something brought you here, Flynn Rider. Call it what you will, fate, destiny.
A horse.
So I have made the decision to trust you.
A horrible decision, really.
Horrible decision, really.
You don't break it no matter what, especially if it's a
I take
pinky.
you to see the lanterns, bring you back home, then you give me back my satchel?
I promise. And when I promise something, I never, ever break that promise.
Get closer.
Oh, what to do? I cannot let her find that tiara. Okay, just think. I need the satchel, and Blondie has it. There might be more monsters.
His inner monologue. I half expected that he was going to actually talk to himself out loud.
Funny outfits. They look tough enough to come in handy. All right, fine. I'll take you.
Kind of like how he's like, why are all of you guys singing right now?
My 3 sidekicks, come along.
Like, he is so just weirdly out of place in the story. I love it.
Look at that! A tower!
Yes, Sora, thank you.
Let's check it out.
I'm not sure how much more obvious that could have been, but, you know. Raul, what level are you?
I like 10.
Okay. I managed to hit level 12, but now that we've started going into some more of the worlds, I can actually, you know, put real work into grinding. I don't do nearly enough damage.
Oh, I wish I could fly.
That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it?
Here we go. Here we go.
Lightning bolts.
Aww.
Oh, what?
Her reacting to just like walking.
Yeah, no, like, watching her in this whole experience is legitimately why it's my favorite. Like...
Why do I feel like that's gonna be all of us once we finally eradicate it?
Oh, what? Corona?
Yeah.
That's not an unfair suggestion, to be honest.
I bet you there's a lucky M-bomb here.
Oh, yep, we see that, don't we?
Let's see. Let's see.
I probably have to get up on the... Okay.
Oh.
I'm still traveling the area around the tower. Oh, never mind.
Yo, she is a literal mood. I...
It's so soft. I'm free. I'm really free.
She's so happy.
Yeah.
Good to see you in one piece.
Huh? Guys! You're here and just in time.
She's so happy. I love it.
That would be Rapunzel. Something tells me this could be her first time outdoors. Give her a few minutes to get used to it.
First time ever?
Yeah, can you say that any louder, Flynn?
I can't believe I did this. I can't believe I did this. I can't believe I did this. Mother would be so furious if she knew I disobeyed her and left the tower.
I love this
That's
so
okay.
much.
What she doesn't know won't kill her, right?
Is she holding a lotus?
Oh my gosh.
I think she was just holding a lotus. Yes! Yes!
I thought that was another reason why you love it.
I didn't know! You gotta remember, this game came out in what, 17? No, 19. 19.
Yeah, in the before times, in the long ago.
Or was it 19?
I notice you seem
No.
a little at war with yourself here.
A little more than a little.
It was January of 19.
Yeah.
I wasn't the Lotus Blossom yet.
Stop right there. Who are you?
That's why I never put it together.
I told you before.
Wait, why are you fighting on a barrel? This ain't pirates.
Alright, put me back. There we go.
Be careful, Rapunzel.
I will.
There!
Look, they made a tower.
Heal!
Oh, I'm not in the right position for this. I gotta move. I gotta move. Whoa, whoa, massive frame drop.
Down they go! Now's our chance! Try this!
I gotta know. Okay,
Here we go!
What?
so she's been locked in that tower the whole time.
Yeah.
What shampoo has she used to reinforce her hair?
That's a good question.
Because there's no way you're not doing any of that without some Pantene Pro V.
That's a good point, to be honest. I wonder.
Like, Mother Gothel needed to be dropping her some Garnier Fructis. Some Tresemme.
Yeah, she wasn't settling for anything less than L'Oreal. Like, she needed
Wait,
to be...
is L'Oreal a shampoo?
I don't think so, but, like, don't they have those, like, really dramatic-looking commercials with the hair? I don't know, I thought I remembered commercials like that.
Homie!
Yeah, we did it! We beat them all!
Rapunzel?
No.
Rapunzel!
Oh my god, is that Lady D?
No, that's Mother Brothel. She dropped that crown like it was poisonous or something.
It had the vaccine in it.
Missing someone.
Who's there?
Oh no.
He's back.
Not this asshole.
Allow me to assist you in getting...
It's the Loof.
It's Marlufa. Oh, you're gonna see something very strange now that you're at the end of the cutscene. You're going to see something very, very weird.
Is it the Heartless that
Yes.
looks like the... Yeah, that's what I meant by Lady D.
Oh, that's what you meant. I thought you were talking about the cutscene.
And now I'm just wrecking up shop like I did with Lady D.
I'll get back into
Because
Village at some point.
I need the right motivation to have me go through those stupid mercenaries.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I really can't afford to skip enemies because we're in the harder one, and, you know, as we all know, I'm uncritical like a sociopath.
She found Jaskier.
Dandelions!
I wish you hadn't. That's so perfect.
What?
It's so perfect.
Why you booing me? I'm right.
You are. You are right.
I thought that might work. But I wish there was a way to make more fly at once.
Alright, I'm gonna save my game. She wants to make more fly at once, so I'm just gonna cast Arrow and see what happens.
Yep, that's what I did. Oh, look how her eyes light up.
Sora, scatter the ones over there.
Oh, these ones?
Back off!
Ooh! Oh, that's awesome! She's so happy. Like, I get the idea this might be how my eyes looked the first time I saw Fireflies. Not the show or the group from The Last of Us.
See what's at the top of the hill.
I didn't see them.
So the song.
Yes. I didn't see actual fireflies, like in real life, until I was probably 16, 17 years old. So, seeing them for the first time was such a wonderful experience. Oh, you dare splash me? Come here, you.
My turn.
Got her.
Okay, you're in for it.
With the Keyblade?
Oh.
Okay, that looks awesome.
Ooh. Let's go. Giddy up, horsies.
Basil.
I bet we'll find some ingredients around here.
Time.
Rabbits!
Rabbits.
Heartless.
Aw.
You're not picking on these rabbits.
Those are her rabbits.
I do declare.
Ooh, magic
Where'd she
carousel.
go? Alright, say hi to Thumper for me.
Boom. Got him. You know, that was actually, my mother's nickname for me when she was pregnant with me, Thumper. It was like kicked like crazy.
Maybe they want to show us something. Let's follow them.
Okay, they want to show us something.
Where do you think the rabbits went?
That's a good question. Where did they go? Through here, perhaps?
Today, I'm Sora.
Oh, found
Irwin.
him.
I think they want us to have this.
And this
Thank you.
is the Corona dial, Hannah.
Bronze amulet. What does that do? Grants a slight boost in strength, magic, and maximum AP. That would actually drop my strength. HP converter. I don't actually know what that does. Flynn's weapon is literally the frying pan. I don't even know what to say to that.
He knows how hard it hits.
You right. You right. Goofy's second chance. Alright. Raul, how you doing so far? Are you enjoying this?
I am.
Hope
Like,
we
so
find some
nice.
ingredients around here.
Ooh,
this is exactly what I needed to play.
Now, I will say, you did see that the other one was the toy box.
Yeah.
Which means you know that the other one is Toy Story. Now, I will tell you, the story...
Oh, so it's not Disney Infinity?
The story itself of the toy box was a good concept, and it had really good build-up, but the finish of it could have been better. It was Disney interference that made it a little bit lesser. You know? But I think you're going to enjoy it for sure. But we can talk more about what I mean when we get there. This is so fun. The splash run. Oh, was that every enemy? All right. Yeah, I think that's everything. All right. Down we go. Yeah, I had to do that immediately or I was dead. No two ways about that. I was just gonna die. I appreciate that I can move while casting spells, including Cure, which traditionally holds you in place.
So wait, when Thor and Donald activate Flare Force, are they just setting up a bunch of fireworks while Donald is casting, like, fire?
Yes.
To light them up?
Yes.
Oh, that's kind of dope. A little excessive, but dope.
Yeah, it's kind of reminiscent of the last last scene of Mulan almost, where they're just trying to set off the rockets and, you know, take out everybody. Woo! Yes! A level up with a strength and defense increase. Fire boost. I don't really use fire much. Oh, your gosh, what? What? Okay.
Oh my gosh.
What is this? Oh no, I know what this is.
Okay, that's suspicious.
Just a smidge.
Rapunzel.
Don't worry. I know to be careful around flowers now.
Whatever it is, it's
Damn,
not
you ain't
normal.
gotta diss me
take a
like
look.
that. What do you mean? Careful around flowers now. I ain't do nothing. Sora, stop it.
We're all clear.
Raul, have you already met the flowers?
Yes, I just got to that cutscene right now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm I'm about to finish that cutscene.
These guys,
they're nobodies.
Yeah, because you know what that looks like? A beauty blender.
A beauty blender? I mean, you're not wrong.
Well, I can't make the actual joke.
No, I want to help you fight.
Yeah.
I know.
Let's just say it
but I'm
involves
afraid you can't hurt these
deflowering.
guys with a frying pan. Trust me on this. Flynn, could you explain?
I don't know,
Sora,
I feel
why
like
do
we
you
should
speak?
try to hit them with
Knowing
that.
when to flee is one of my specialties.
I feel like we should try to fight them with the frying pan. I'm curious how that would work.
Look, I want to stay and slug it out too. But
They've
my
been fighting the
sidekicks
heart.
haven't
That's just
done it.
fine. It's the same concept.
All right. Please be careful, Sora.
They're not ruffians, they're... Hold on. Let me get a dictionary.
Of course there had to be nobodies.
Of course, we've never seen this kind before.
I mean, can't he, like, cast, like, some sort of magic to make it fight?
What?
Like, can't Sora, like, cast something on the frying pan to, like, hit the heart with?
Sora, maybe not. Donald? Yeah,
Donald?
probably.
Here we go. Here we go.
Come on. Oh, Goofy and Donald are both down. Oh, come on! I went to hit Cure and it stun-locked me to death. That's sad. And I'm pretty sure we were almost done with them, too. That's a shame. Whatever. Yeah, these things are a little funky to fight.
Of course there had to be nobodies.
Yeah, they're very interesting.
There. Here we go.
Alright, let's try this again.
My name is Peter Parker. I was bitten by a radioactive spider, and for the past 10 years, I've been the one and only Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure you know the rest.
Did you already beat them?
I am on my last one.
Okay. Oh, hey, Tien. Welcome in. And thank you for the lurk, my friend.
Yeah, and thanks for lurking on mine as well, Tien.
Heal, please. Thank you. Got him. Alright. So on the bright side, I'm still keeping pace.
You know who uses nobodies?
Yeah.
What an
I'm surprised we haven't seen
insightful
'em.
guess, Donald.
I know you're there. Come out, you has-beens.
You has been and never was.
More like never was's, but however.
Now why would you say that?
I really wish Marlufa had made the joke.
Bossing around nobodies? That's the old organization. Why? Are you in the real one too?
Look at how angry Goofy is. Look at his arms.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
from the
that is
meme.
correct. How interesting it is to see you again, Sora.
Again?
Ah, yes. Sora still doesn't remember a damn thing.
Shame you've no memory of me, because I remember you exceedingly well.
Oh yeah,
Although,
because I bodied you with like
those memories
57
I've
clouds
seen
in my deck.
I don't know what you're saying.
Nor should you.
And I just beat the
Nor
crap
were
out
you
of
ready
him
for that
in
matter.
Kingdom Hearts 2.
Now,
He's the boss
you'll
in
permit
Cage
me,
too.
I've come to ask a
Final
favor.
Mix, you can fight. He's one of the absent silhouettes.
Kidding me.
Please
Okay.
hear what I have to say.
Absent silhouette,
I'm
kill
sure
the
you
limbo.
noticed.
I'll keep tossing rocks at your window. No turning back for us tonight. Come on, I haven't made that joke in forever.
With you, Rapunzel, is
I
the
do
very
gotta
light
say,
of this
yo,
world.
I want to know
Well,
what
of
is his
course
test
she-
exercises.
That's
dark
a good
horrors.
point.
Like,
No, I think that's just the coat. Everybody who wears the black coat has like the broadest chest. That's just like facts.
Our ultimate objective is
I don't
not
know,
to
because
clash
Lee
with the
doesn't
light.
have it.
We seek
He had
to
shoulders.
complement it,
He was too slender for the
Use
chest.
that
He had
keyblade
shoulders.
to keep Rapunzel safe.
I will protect Rapunzel with my life. Never mind Sora, with my life.
Rapunzel's light.
And I will protect Lee with my light.
Where did they go?
I guess they
All
must
five
have
of
run
them.
on ahead.
Then we'd better go find them. I really don't like what that guy said.
Yeah, we'd better find Rapunzel before he does.
You know, I almost feel bad for the organization members getting that Might Guy treatment of, who are you again? Almost.
You know what? It just made me randomly think of the box ghost from Danny Phantom.
I am the box ghost.
You are.
I can't grab on? What? How do we get up here then? How did you guys get up there? Oh. Oh, hi Zoe. Coming to sit down? Wind fan. Okay, so this would switch the dark to arrow. Oh, wait, no. That gives me both. So I'll put the wind fan here. Give that to Goofy. Alright, there we go. Monkey.
Monkey.
Reject modernity. Return to monkey.
Reject modernity. Accept Pfizer.
Yeah, I was just about to make that joke. Why don't we have them back yet?
Try this. Come on.
Yeah, honestly, I like the counter shields, the Hercules Keyblade, but like, its second form sucks. It's only good for the finishing move.
I can agree to that.
It is only good for its finishing move. Actually fighting with the shield form is horrible. I don't think it's yeah.
Be a good spot to find some ingredients.
Well, time. No, that's not a wall I can climb up.
Are you sure they went this way?
No, Donald, I am not.
Oh, look, a cutscene.
Black truffle. Okay, I reached a cutscene too. Was there like a save point a few feet in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we're pretty much in the same time.
I wonder where they went.
Don't worry, they couldn't have gotten too far.
So wait, if they're a nobody, they're not technically has-beens. They are never was.
I think
Yeah.
you mean Marluxia. I bet that's the name the has-been would prefer.
And she's watching us.
Hello? Rapunzel?
That depends who's asking.
Flynn?
Excuse me, good travelers. Do you know Rapunzel?
Who's asking?
Exactly.
Sort of.
My apologies.
Sort
My
of.
apologies,
Why?
Mother. The poor child left home without a word, and I've just been worried sick. Please tell me, where is my dear, sweet
Alright,
girl?
later, you're
Tell you, but
looking
we
like
lost
if a Brad Stall ate a mega mushroom.
We'll tell you, but we
could
lost
look
her.
together.
Lost her? You're of no use to me.
Wow.
I'll find her myself.
She ran away from home.
What if Marluxia was onto something back there?
You trust organizations like that.
What? No, of course not. But what if?
I agree. Why is Rapunzel in danger? And what darkness is after her?
Well, guys, the first step
That is
is
a
to
good
find her.
question.
Lee, can you actually give me a moment? I just gotta grab myself
Rapunzel's
something to drink real quick.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
sure.
right back.
I'm gonna save in the meantime. What level have we made it to? We're level 14. Okay, are we almost? No, not even close to 15. There. I could have sworn. No, that's right. We saw some in the kingdom, but we couldn't actually. We couldn't actually get it yet. Oh, good! I got all the treasures in Twilight Town. We've officially gotten all the attractions. Malachite Bolero? What was that? Oh, that's what those are called. That's what those are called.
I'm back.
Alright, you good? I just saved.
Yeah.
You better not be getting us lost.
Am I the only one who feels like Donald's voice actor tried a little bit too hard?
We've got company.
What? I'm sorry, why was there a trapdoor that just spat out money at me?
That's how NFTs work.
You're not wrong.
I mean, I know I see some ridiculous stuff, but it makes sense if you have the Duolingo patch. You know, it's kind of like Dark Souls when you wear that ring and you understand what a spider waifu is saying.
Spider waifu. I always miss her in my time spent not playing.
That's one way to sum it up. Ah, yes, I miss you when I'm not there.
She's so nice. So nice. We don't deserve her. Ooh, a chest. Hello. Shadow anklet. Ow.
What do you see? Oh, thanks, Goofy. A map.
Ooh.
Kinda needed that. Big up to Goof. Wait, does Goofy have a last name?
I don't remember. I think so.
Because Max's last name is technically Goof, right?
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, king oyster mushrooms. Be nice if I had the map. Whoa, whoa. No!
Did you die?
Yeah. The ones wearing the dress, they shot a whole bunch of projectiles at me when I wasn't able to move. And the very last one happened to kill me. If there had been one less, I would have survived and healed. But it did not work out that way. So now I have to do everything I've done in that area again, which is frustrating. Yep, I have to restart from the save point.
We've got company. Sure hope the woods here aren't haunted. I know what to do.
Come here, you. Goofy Bombardier. Yeah.
Obtained eel.
I think I see something.
Oh. Alright.
Ragnarok.
Alright, got it. Oh, you're still using the normal kingdom key?
I think I see
Well, I've
something.
switched between this one and the Midnight Blue.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, map of the forest. Now I have it. No, I don't want to deal with these stupid things again.
Corona, this way.
Where did they go?
I got him, man. Grocery bag.
Will that hit? Yeah, it hit them all. Okay.
I'm still happy that I heard that song on the radio. Like, it's dumb. But, like, the joy I felt. It's like whenever I hear, like, The Weeknd on the radio, it makes me smile.
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. Hmm? Ooh, there's more of you. Alright, come here.
Oh my god, fighting these monkeys on the wall is already giving me flashbacks to God of War. Man, I can't believe I finally am starting the official game on Saturday.
Yeah, congratulations.
Dude, I had no idea, like, Chains of Olympus was going to be that short, and at the same time, I was still collecting everything without a guide or anything.
Right.
They're just out there in the open.
Oh boy, where is it? Where is... He said it right here. Where's the lucky emblem? Where is it? Is it like in the trees or something?
Hey, I think that's a lucky emblem.
I don't see anything. Do you guys see it? I don't see it. No, I don't see one.
Like,
oh well.
Suppose we might be lost, do you?
We're not lost.
How do we get out of here?
We're already at the exit. Shut up. Alright.
Are you kidding me? Alright, Lee, because I just googled it. What do you think Goofy's name is?
Goofy Goof.
You're halfway there.
So his last name actually is Goof.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Goofert?
No.
What is it?
GG. Goof.
But that just suggests it's Goof Goof. It's Goof Goof Goof.
Here we go.
Alright, I'm gonna activate Counter Shield. Ooh.
Yeah, his name is... If you look it up...
It's terrible.
Full name, GG Goofy Goof.
My god. Oh, I made it to the next cutscene. Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot about this song because I still have those links up for the worst songs per year. 03 right there.
Oh my god.
Nobody appreciates you.
2004 The Reason.
Come on, he's a bad horse.
Yo, that wasn't a bad song. What?
Isn't that right?
Fudge this list. 2005 Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Look, today is kind of the biggest day of my life.
2006 Bad Day Daniel Powder.
To get him arrested. Just for
2007 Hey There Delilah.
And then you can chase each other to your heart's content.
2008 No Air.
And it's also my birthday.
Disgusting.
For real. 2009 I Got a Feeling.
Why is he shaking hands with the horse?
And you're
Like,
okay.
He's not shaking hands, he's shaking hoofs.
but he's got like...
I need a friend.
No, he's shaking hand. No, he's shaking hoof, the horse is shaking hand.
One goes, the other
Yeah.
follows. This is
You got it.
That's weird. I don't like it. Put it back.
I mean, do you ever shake a dog's paw?
Come on.
No, but I've done it with my cats.
Is it weird?
Little bit.
2010.
It's weird to
Solstice.
say it like that. It's weird to say it like that. what? Oh.
There.
Oops. Shouldn't have done that. Oh well.
Oh, sweet.
Ooh, yes, yes, yes. The biggest lifesaver of an item. Literally.
Oh, the coin?
Yeah.
I bought one.
Put this in the mail.
Yep, me too.
Still haven't used it.
Whoa, this place is beautiful.
It's so...
This place is
Mail
really
that off.
What do you mean you haven't used it?
Like, I haven't used a coin. Because I haven't died.
Well, yeah, but we just got it. What do you mean?
I had mine in the beginning of the Corona.
Oh. I must not have talked to the Moogle. I just got it now.
The kingdom's not far, but we need to scale these cliffs.
Well, then let's look for a way up.
Alright. So, up here...
This way, Sora! Come on, let's swing across and look for a path. Come on! Huh?
Ooh! I'm holding hands with Rapunzel. This is cute!
Wow, so lewd.
I'm an absolute degenerate, alright?
Yeah, what's next? Maybe you just want to, like, fall in love and, like, split a milkshake with her. Oh, no, wait, a smoothie. I forgot you're lactose intolerant.
Lactose-free milk does exist. Although, in fairness, most places that make milkshakes and smoothies don't carry it.
Exactly.
They carry the nut substitutes.
But an all-fruit smoothie.
You're right, though.
Prepared by Remy.
Bro, I think I might, like, end up crapping myself anyway, just because of how good it'll be.
It'll be just like, Anytime in Food Wars. Like, it'll be that good that, like, your clothes, like, blow up.
Try this.
2011 moves like Jagger.
Sora, this looks like a good place to cross.
You know what? I kind of agree with that one.
Yeah, that's when Maroon 5 began to sell out. Speaking of which, 2012, Payphone, Maroon 5.
Payphone was not as bad.
The Wiz Khalifa verse I could have done without.
I forgot there was one, to be honest.
Yeah, that was around the time when he and Snoop Dogg were just doing, like, features in every pop song.
Snoop finished the main quest. He's just been doing side quests for years.
Yeah. And, The Rock found, like, that trophy guide, and now he's doing it. I mean, it's about drive, it's about power. We stay hungry, we devour.
He had no business doing so well on that track, and in one take, too. Like, that had no business being so clean in one shot.
Yeah, but also all credit to Tech 9, because all the other verses were, like, great listens too while you build up to the main event, which is The Rock.
Yeah. And I will say, I mean, I love Tech. He's so good.
Here we go. Here we go.
But, like, you don't expect The Rock to, like, drop bars like that.
No.
I feel like in that 1 minute, he outsold, like, all of John Cena's, like, early 2003 career. Like, just bars.
That's funny. Uh-oh.
I wonder, what's 2013? thrift shop over blurred lines.
Yeah, Blurred Lines was weird.
Yeah.
And kind of creepy. I didn't like it.
If you think that's bad, you should have heard his apology album.
There was an apology album?
Yeah, he apologized to his wife for cheating on her. And it sold bad. Like, when I say bad...
Uh-oh.
Like, you and me can put out a... We can combine all of our channel views, and it would still be more than how many copies he sold.
There.
2014, Rude? I barely remember that track.
I remember it, but I thought it was older than that.
"2015, Shut Up and Dance."
I don't remember that one, actually.
I think it's that one track that goes, "Don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me."
Oh,
yeah. Back. She said, "Shut up and dance."
Got you.
I'm sorry, but compared to like Watch Me Whip, Watch Me Nay Nay.
You got a point.
Oh, this list already offended every alternative kid with their choice for 2016.
What's that?
Stressed Out 21 Pilots.
Oh no! Uh-oh. No.
What? It transformed.
What is it with me and horses?
You know...
Like, how can you say Stressed Out was a terrible track?
I mean, yeah.
Like,
it wasn't amazing, but worst? Absolutely not.
Because
not
they're doing it from, like, the top 10. Like, how can you say Stressed Out is worse than Panda?
Oh god.
Like, remember when we tried to make Designer a thing?
What?
The rapper Designer.
Oh, yeah.
I got broads in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like...
Be gone!
That... Love Yourself and Sorry by Bieber?
Uh-oh. Oh no, I forgot it has multiple bodies.
2017, something like this. Chainsmokers did a song with Coldplay?
Oh yeah, I remember that song. I just cast heal in front of everybody. Why did it not count for anyone? Alright, there we go. Come on. If it weren't for my spam dodge rolling, I would have died repeatedly, to be honest. Alright. That's 2 tiers of it down. Have you made it to the,
Second tier.
Nice.
Uh-oh. Oh, for the horse?
Yeah.
I've made it to the last last piece. Ooh, that still hit me.
Thank you, Moogles. I kind of needed that.
Yeah, the coin is seriously, like, huge. Got it! I somehow didn't die. Ooh, now we have super jump. I've been wondering when we were gonna get that. Is that, like, a thing I need to equip now? Cool. Wait, what is that? Oh, okay, it is a thing we need to equip.
Got the horse.
We sent him to the glue factory!
Wait, there's like 3 tiers for the horse?
Yeah, that's why I asked, like, which tier you were on.
Oh, I was on the horse.
This looks like a good place for one of your swan dives.
Oh. Wait, what is that? What's at the bottom of that? Oh yeah, there's the big rocks that we can't break otherwise. I'll do it later. Yeah, you have to beat the horse 3 separate times. Which, in my opinion, was a really stupid way of setting up the boss fight. Like, you gave it 6 health bars, or actually 9? And then just gave it slightly less range every 3 that you went through. Like, where is that reasonable?
Oh, there they are.
Got rid of the second.
Slowly,
right.
Slowly. Gentle, Sora.
Yep, gentle.
Oh.
Nice
Gentle.
and slow.
Got him.
Please don't fly away.
There we go.
I've never seen a bird like you.
She's so happy about the birdies. And this is the part where I remind people that I'm my neighborhood Snow White. I don't remember if I've ever explained that on stream, actually, now that I think about it.
Look, this is what happened. Lee was standing outside of his house, just whistled, and I immediately screamed out, "Where's the oatmeal?"
Oh, this is a blast. No, this is amazing. You're breathtaking. Yes, look at this. This is so fun. I love this. Anyway, so for context, I think it was last year. Yeah, last winter, I found a stray cat that kept coming into my yard, and it would not come near me. It would just sit at my window and stare at me, and after a while it would sit there and start calling to me.
Thank you.
And every time I would try to go outside to get it, it would run away. And after a while, it trusted me enough to actually let me, like, reach out and touch it. And I was able to pet the cat. I brought it inside because, you know, it was a stray and it was wintertime, so it was getting really cold out. So I wanted to see if there was an owner nearby. And I did end up actually finding the cat's owner. It was somebody, you know, near my house who had just, like, she'd gotten loose and then the cat just never came back. And so I brought her home, and a day or two later, there was this massive blizzard that honestly probably would have killed the cat. because it was freezing and there was snow everywhere. And immediately after that, every cat in the neighborhood would come to hang out under my window, on top of all the squirrels, all the rabbits, all the birds. One night, my cat started hissing at my back door, which is immediately next to where I sit, and I went out to look, and there was a raccoon sitting there on the other side of the door, like just chilling, looking at me. And I said hi to it, and it sat down and just started chilling with me. And it was just vibing. I might have told, like, that cat story back when I was playing Fallout 4 on stream. Because a cat that looked just like it appeared while I was playing the game. But yeah, that's the story of how I became my neighborhood Snow White. All the animals in the area love to hang out at my desk.
That kind of reminds me of this one time I went camping with my brother. And, like, he was trying to tell us, like, a horror story. And it was like, before you know it, there could be something out there in the woods, just like that. And the moment he flashes the flashlight, there's, like, this, like, silver fox just, like, staring back. Like, almost like he was, like, focusing in on the story. And, like, his wife freaks out. He starts getting a bit startled. I'm like, yep, this is how I go. By a fox.
Oh, her hair looks so pretty.
And Prince was just like, just leave me some remains. I'll eat them later.
It's for the last princess.
Aw, the little blue flower. I like undead more.
Huh?
Unsleep. Yeah, it's not unrest. This isn't, like, my unlurk command isn't stress-induced. Oh. I'm remembering why I love this so much. You're about to have a blast, Raul. Where are you right now?
The save point after getting the birds.
Okay.
You're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking.
What?
Because... No, I'm...
Why is it...
Wait.
What's happening?
Picking up speed, running out of time, going head to head's the way of life. Fall down,
Oh.
any ground,
Okay.
get back up again. Let's Beyblade.
This is so fun!
Yeah!
Keep dancing!
Wow. This website... I'm just curious about this because I'm on this one that lists like the worst songs in all the 2010s. Do you just want to hear the top 10?
Yeah.
Alright, 10. Logic, 1-800-273-8255.
Ooh, what? That's a bold decision to call that the worst.
Of the decade.
The worst of anything, really. Oh, here we go.
9. Thrift Shop. 8. 303, My First Kiss.
This is so fun! Keep dancing!
Rachel Platten Fight Song. Lift Yourself, Kanye. Okay, that deserves top 5. Because that's the Poopity Scoop one. Number 5, Grenade by Bruno.
Yeah!
4, Charlie
That's what the
Puth,
sounds
Marvin
like.
Gaye.
Alright.
3 Lil Dicky, Earth. 2? Oh, 2 is fighting words.
Keep dancing!
What's 2?
Alexander Hamilton.
You're right, that is fighting words.
Number 1, Rap God. Like, I'm sorry, but whoever wrote this list, yeah, probably have Rona, because you had no taste.
Yo, I'm trying to get this guy. There we go.
Oh, I love that when they put
All right.
the little flowers.
Oh, you're not done, sir.
This is so fun!
You got it!
This is so fun! Keep dancing!
You got it!
This is so fun!
Oh, I love this so much. This minigame is one of my favorites. Ah, it's cute.
Irish... We get to dance?
Yes, we get to dance. Oh, it's such a blast. Actually, I believe you have to get a certain chain number for a trophy at some point or another. I don't remember the exact logistics of the trophy, but something like that.
I've been
Sora's hitting him with the used to call me on my cell phone.
dreaming about what it might feel like when those lights rise in the sky. What if it's not everything I dreamed it would be?
Hey Donald, Goofy, jump in here.
It will be.
And what if it is? What do I do then?
Well, that's the good
Oh.
part, I guess. You get to go find a new dream.
Okay, but this is the part where I deserve to hear the song to this scene. And at last I see the light is high key, I don't know if it has a shorter name. It is high key, one of my favorite Disney songs ever. I just love Tangled so much. This looks so good. That's so pretty. Also kind of trippy, but really pretty.
I have something for you, too. I should have given it to you before, but I was just scared. And the thing is, I'm not scared anymore. You know what I mean?
I'm starting to.
That's so sweet. Yes!
I'm sorry for not talking, but this is oddly addicting.
Yeah, the dancing minigame is actually great. But what comes after is just
I'm
so
sorry.
wholesome.
Everything is fine. There's just something I have to take care of.
I'm just going through this list. Number 17, Childish Gambino, Bonfire.
It's all right, Pascal.
High Hopes, Panic at the Disco, 25.
What?
No Role Models by J. Cole. Cap. This entire list is nothing but Cap.
Oh, come on, not now. Get out of here. I don't think they appreciate the moment. Thank you, Goofy.
It's time for these wet blankets to go.
Yo, this list is just stupid. I'm getting off this site.
Focus on the wonderful dance you're having right now. Ow. Oh, come on. That's how I lose the coin? I haven't killed a single one, and that's how I lose the coin? That's actually kind of aggravating, but whatever. If I can kill them all and not worry about it, I'm fine.
Oh, it's so pretty.
It's such a wonderful scene, the lantern. Alright, let's see if I can't kill a few of them with this. Wow, I killed none. Seriously?
Wait, where were you keeping that?
It's a good question, actually. Alright. Alright.
Here we go. There.
Twilight Stone. Cool. Come on, there we go. Yes! Killed them. I still can't believe I lost my coin. I'm so sad about it. I wanted my damned coin, man. Uh-oh. My stream did a thing. Alright.
What did it do?
The bitrate just dropped for a second. I think it's okay now. Yeah, it says I have 2400.
Eugene?
You know...
Eugene!
It's weird. She suddenly starts calling Flynn by his actual name, but it was never. I don't think it was ever said in the game.
He's run off with the crown.
Nah,
and forgotten.
they haven't dropped the Eugene.
No.
Yeah.
Eugene, Eugene. I'm begging you, please don't take my man.
Forget Flynn Rider. You know where you belong, and it's not.
And now
with
everyone
him.
in the chat is now thinking about Dolly Parton. Which, now technically, that makes her the unofficial grandma to everyone. Shout out to Betty White.
Gone too soon.
Rapunzel! Mother?
Yeah, she really defeated
My precious girl.
the two. Whatever. She's not me, you know. She can't just naked man with a stick the nobodies out of existence. Only I can do
I was
that.
so worried about you, dear. So I followed you, and I saw them attack you, and oh my!
I'm still mad at
I don't
Mortal
even
Shell.
need a stick.
I'm
All
still
I have
mad
to do
at
is just talk.
I'm still mad at Mortal Shell's naked man with a stick. It's so not well designed. I don't know how I managed it, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't stream that.
I'll stream. I don't mind streaming Mortal Shell, but I don't have any openings for it yet, and I wanted to get my platinums out of the way.
Oh, okay.
I'm definitely
Hey,
not
you already
streaming
got a-
the naked run, though. It's not happening.
Hey, you already got a couple on me.
Do you have any yet?
Isn't that Rapunzel?
No, because Ghost of Tsushima is going to be my first one of the year.
Oh,
'cause
right.
That'll be 2/19.
That's right. Okay.
Marluxia!
The girl has found her dear mother.
Alright. Yeah, I'm
You
working
should let
through
them
Neo
be.
2 right now as well. And I need to do Ghost of
Because
Tsushima at some
Rapunzel is
point.
far too important.
You want to borrow my
Atop
copy?
her tower,
At some
she
point.
must remain out of sight and live out her
Because
days
I'm
with
telling you,
Mother
that's an
Gothel.
amazing game, and I want you to stream it.
Oh, I know it's amazing.
Locking her in some prison.
That is exactly
I
what
feel
it's
like your audience would
Rapunzel's
absolutely
hair
love
holds
it.
The powerful magic of healing. And yes,
And
Mother
plus,
Gothel wants
it's
it
Jin
for
playing as
herself,
Jin.
as do others.
That would be
And
pretty
if
cool.
Mother Gothel's actions will protect Rapunzel, preserve her, then she is doing the organization a favor.
We are not letting you anywhere near her.
Let's say she's keeping Rapunzel on the shelf for us. An
That's
extra pawn
horrible.
in case you fail to find the remaining Guardians of Light.
I'm going to beat
And
the
we
petals
have
out of
occasion
you.
to call on other hearts of light instead. A new 7 hearts to fill out the ranks.
New 7 hearts?
Yes. 7 who inherited the princess's light after their role was fulfilled.
So you don't care about her? You guys just want Rapunzel for your own purposes.
Oh, what a surprise! The villains have an agenda.
Agenda. Dun dun dun.
Scene? Very well. Then it's lights out for you.
No.
You always were such a sound.
Hey, Lee, you ready to feel old?
What?
HBO Max has now greenlit a Degrassi reboot coming in 2023.
But there's already 2 reboots.
Yep.
That's dumb.
Look, if they can afford a cameo of Drake in the wheelchair, I'll consider it.
Yeah. Uh-oh. She's starting to remember.
And now I see the light.
And at last I see the light. It's as though the fire is lifted. This is seriously one of my favorites. Oh, she knows who she is.
I am the lost princess.
Please speak up, Rapunzel. You know how I hate the mumbling.
I am the lost princess, aren't I? Did I mumble, Mother? Or should I even call you that?
Uh-oh.
Oh, Rapunzel. Do you even hear yourself?
She's ready to run the old woman's pockets.
Such a ridiculous question.
It was you! It was all you!
Where are you right now, Raoul?
Everything
Marluxia, like, explaining everything.
Okay.
I've spent my entire life hiding from
I'm maybe like 2
You see
minutes
from
ahead of
my
you.
power? Rapunzel, when I should have been hiding from you.
Where will you go? He won't be there for you.
What did you do to him?
That criminal is to be hanged for his crimes.
No.
No, it's all right. Listen to me. All of this is as it should be.
No! You were wrong about the
You know, it really throws me off that only a couple of the worlds actually deal with genuine death as a concept. Because, like, for example, in Kingdom Hearts 2, the Pirates of the Caribbean actually had Barbossa do his I feel cold and drop dead. And in this, what did you do to him? He's to be hanged for his crimes. Do you have any idea how few children playing this are going to understand what that means?
Now I'm the bad guy.
Like, sometimes I have to remember, they don't talk about that very often. Usually when you die, you just turn into two other yous. And then when they die, you turn back into you. Hey, it's Maximus. Damn, he's still laid out the next morning. Must have been drinking.
We don't know. We keep calling his name and shaking him, but he won't open his eyes.
Smack him with the frying pan. Better than getting quartered. True. True, I would rather not get quartered.
Unresponsive sidekick.
Kick him in the
Wait a
side.
minute. I know how to fix this.
Tell me he's gonna bonk him.
Give him a wash.
Oh no. No, wait a minute. Oh god. That's funny.
Oh my god, she unlocked her Amaterasu.
Nice work.
Huh? How did I end
It
up?
fits.
Oh no! Flynn! Rapunzel's being held prisoner!
That's right. In her mother's tower. This calls for a rescue. Are you with me?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
The horse went, no. Wait a minute. I got this.
Let's go, Max.
Yeah. It would have been so cool to actually have scenes riding the horse. Like, riding in Kingdom Hearts 2, riding Pegasus to fight the Hydra.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it is cutscene that you're on him for. But it would have been so cool to have, like, riding him be a thing. Goofy with the barrel roll.
Thanks.
Come, open your hearts.
Yep, 7 years of bad luck.
What?
Oh wait, 1 second, I'm getting a quick phone. I gotta grab my charger real quick.
Maybe I can get a quick level up before the boss. No, keep the vines away from me, please.
Okay, can I just say the fact that, like, she's saying bad guy? I'm like, I knew it, Billie Eilish is in this game. That awkward moment when you realize Billie Eilish is younger than the entire franchise.
Yeah? Isn't she like 19?
I think she's 20 right now.
Oh, did she turn 20?
Yeah, just turned 20. Wow, she's born after 9/11.
Well, yeah, that's weird. Oh, the Moogle's not here. No. This is gonna suck, man.
I gotta call somebody as soon as I finish.
There's gotta be a Moogle somewhere.
Look, Flynn, there's an easy way for you to bring them back. Turn yourself to a human defibrillator, scream out Shazam, and you'll wake them up.
Yes! Strength and defense increase. Thank you.
Shazam!
Where's your tower? Where's your tower? Where's your tower?
What's up, Tien?
Where's her tower?
Yes, I did. Thank you for that.
What happened?
Tien's wondering whether or not I saw the new Lady Diva he posted in the Discord.
Oh my god. Those videos are so dumb.
Oh. Poor Max.
Go, 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 go.
So, Flynn, does this mean you're riding with 1 horsepower? Dumb but fulfilling.
Oh,
yeah,
there's entirely too many of them.
That was me when I accidentally ended another relationship. I am dumb but fulfilling.
It really do be like that sometimes. Come on, I have to kill them before they get their armor back. Yes! Yes! Got it!
Send whatever you want, Tien. I'm down for it.
I thought I'd never see you again.
Like, the only thing I've been watching is a lot of sports stuff due to football.
Oh! Where's the blood? Yes! Yes! Yes, a Moogle! Yes! Kupo coin. Yes, thank you. Prize postcard. Appreciated, sir. Force clasp. Slight boost the maximum of people. What does HP Walker do? Alright, I'm removing it. Sorry, Donald. I gotta. Alright, do I still have 3 potions equipped? Yes, I do. Alright, I got my Kupo coin. I'm good. Raoul, have you made it to the tower yet?
I'm still fighting like a couple of these dusts.
You actually don't have to fight them. You can just run straight to the tower.
No! I won't stop. For every minute of the rest of my life, I will fight. I will never stop trying to get away from you. But
I'm gonna just quickly save. Wait, isn't there a Moogle that's supposed to be around here?
That's what I said. No, there's gonna be one at the tower before you move into the final boss.
Alright, cool.
I'll never run. I'll never try to escape. Just let me heal him, and you and I will be together. Forever. Just like you want. Everything will be the way it was. I promise.
So I can just like run through these, right?
Yeah.
Just let me.
You could fight them all, but it's gonna take you a while.
Yeah, I think I'm strong enough.
In case you get any ideas about following us.
And besides, I'll just do like some
Eugene!
offline grinding.
I'm so sorry. Everything is gonna be okay, though.
No, Rapunzel.
I promise. You have to trust me.
No, I can't let you do
Like,
And I can't let you die.
But if you do this, then you will die.
Hey, it's gonna be all right.
Rapunzel. Wait.
Eugene, what? No!
And there goes all the hair.
oh, hi, Auntie Sora.
You know what I genuinely never understood? When the hair was cut, like, the spell had to continue being, like, done to keep her young, right? So it was constantly being reapplied. So that meant that, like, the spell itself was not keeping her young. It had to keep being done to, like, reset the clock. So why did the hair being cut immediately make her turn to dust?
Now. Her presence would only
In theory, it should have just made it impossible for her to make herself young again. She should have aged normally from there, as she typically did.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of have you ever read Tuck Everlasting?
Yes. Read, no, but I've seen it.
Okay,
Actually, I didn't know it was a book.
Yeah, of course. All those early 2000 Disney movies
Fair
were
enough.
books.
Fair enough. No, I've seen it.
But basically the whole idea is their immortality is they always have to keep drinking out of this fountain.
Oh, come
So,
on
like,
already!
So, are you really immortal? At that point? Like, what's the difference between being immortal and invincible?
Technically, invincible means you can't be hurt. It does not mean you can't die. You know, for example, it doesn't mean you don't age. Alternatively, immortal could mean that you can't age but can be hurt. Or it could mean that you just straight up can't, nothing can happen to you. For as long as your immortality is active. Come here, you.
Aww.
Ah, no! Uh-oh. Oh, that's right.
Wait a minute, what is he dying from?
She does actually stab him, but it doesn't show the blood from it. Which is weird, because it does show the blood from, the pirate's world. It shows the alcohol, it shows the blood, it shows, you know, the guns. They put in a lot of work to censor this one for no reason.
Back off.
I knew she wasn't a natural blonde.
Here we go.
Her transformation is just Resident Evil 8 colorized.
Okay, that's funny. That's funny. No! Alright, I need to be real good about this.
I just love how Goofy always jumps in that same stance.
Come on.
Wait, how many health bars is that? 11?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Because you have to count the one it starts with, too. Got it! Yes! Whew, one try. Was not expecting to be able to do that.
Don't go. Stay with me, Eugene. glow. Let your power shine. Make the clock reverse.
Rapunzel.
Bring back what once.
Okay, here's something else that's really inconsistent. The fact that she sings the song to try and heal him, but the song has not been mentioned at all thus far. Like, they skipped parts that really didn't need to... Oh, that's so wholesome. But, like, they skipped parts that should have been there to really, like, tie it up in a neat little bow. And it makes it lack. It doesn't feel complete anymore.
You know what that reminds me of? Those junior novelizations you would always see at the Scholastic Book Fair.
Yep. Damn, he's gone.
Like, is it the full story?
No.
Fate's design. Save what has been lost. Bring back what once.
Thanks for the healing, Donald.
He actually healed you?
Yeah.
He hasn't done a damn thing for me all playthrough. Whoa. It looks so cool.
Rapunzel?
Eugene.
Did I ever tell you I've got a thing for brunettes?
Eugene!
She's average now. At least as average as a princess can get. She's still adorable. But personally, I did absolutely love the golden hair. Like, blondes aren't my type. But at the same time, they're somehow my type. If that makes sense. Like, blondes aren't my preference, like yellowish hair, but I've got a weakness for it.
Yes.
Okay.
And also yes.
Just
I
checking.
can finally be with my real family. I couldn't have done it without your help.
Uh-oh. Oh, there we go.
Well, from where I'm standing, the kingdom couldn't ask for a better princess.
I also have a preference for long hair, but I think plenty of women,
Thanks.
like, pull off short hair. Like, that looks nice. That looks really nice.
Now, Flynn, you and Maximus play nice.
So it hurt her in both ways. I think she still looks precious, personally.
You're gonna be great.
Huh?
It's
We
not.
haven't seen the guy
That's
controlling
fair.
the monsters in a while.
That's understandable.
So that's one less worry.
But there's still a chance that he might be around here.
They're enjoying their happily ever after, talking about how we beat the big bad, and we're just talking like the logistics of whether we like her hair or not.
And we won't be far behind.
That's true. That's true. She is.
But nevertheless,
Even he said
I
it.
won't let her out of my sight.
Oh, Eugene.
Eugene?
And
Like,
that's
it ain't
how they
about that.
find out his name.
That's my real name. Eugene Fitzherbert.
It ain't about the hair for me. As long as she keeps like that whole wonder about how
I
great,
think it's a great name.
how
Me too.
joyous
re-meet
the
you,
outside world can be.
Oh no, I agree. As long as she's still got that
I was
like
the only one you were
bubbly,
going to tell?
adorable outlook.
Don't worry. I've saved plenty of Fitzherberty secrets just for you.
Like that is,
Really?
you know, it's just
Oh,
like as
if
far
she
as
doesn't
as
have
far as
boobs,
physical
she needs
traits.
long hair.
Nothing.
I don't know about that, Tien.
No, it's not nice to keep secrets.
It's
I mean-
one or the
This
other.
one is none of
You
your
know my
business.
preferences. You know what I'm about.
Maximus, get him!
You know what I'm about.
Huh?
I'd prefer redhead compatible. Of course. No, obviously. Ugh.
Never again. Never again.
It'd be like that. Yeah, no, you're right, you're right. Obviously, compatibility is what's most important. You need to have personalities that mesh. You need to be physically attracted to them, regardless of what they look like, whether it's your preferences or otherwise. And, you know, that's what matters in the end. It doesn't mean you can't still have a specific type. I think that's also another magic Keyblade, which means I'm probably not going to use it. But what are you two doing here again? Some hobbies in common help. True.
You sure this box thingy's even real?
Yes.
Yeah, just how do you know that?
It is etched.
Where?
It's what?
Come with me.
Where to? Those bozos ain't gonna help us. Sora's sure not looking for the box.
What's in the box?
About following them?
No.
But you didn't know that Rapunzel was Kingdom of Corona as the name. I think I know what you're trying to ask with that sentence, but I'm gonna be honest, it is not coherent enough for me.
Was it
Okay.
Ben?
Yes, but I didn't know that Kingdom of Corona was the name of Rapunzel's place. Yeah. I forgot. It aged very poorly. What about the power of waking? Sora took a power nap as is.
Oh, gosh, we just want to help keep you motivated.
I was thinking about Roxas. He's trapped here in my heart. But he needs a body to be himself again.
Well, don't worry. Yenzo's working on a way to get him free. I'll bet you he's got the perfect body all lined up.
Alright, it's back on the tower.
Sora. Why don't you try giving him a call?
I
Not a
guess
bad
so.
idea, actually.
Why not?
Uh-oh. Come on, don't give me issues now, Internet. We're almost there.
Your Majesty!
Hey, hey, what? Wrong number?
No, Rico and I are visiting Radiant Garden. Actually, we were just about to call you guys, but it looks like you beat us to the punch.
Sora, is something wrong?
I wanted to pick your brain. In order for us to recomplete Roxas, he needs a body, right?
Yeah, to put his heart in.
Oh, the pretty flowers.
Oh, replicas. Huh? Well, replicas are basically human.
Great, it's Full Metal Alchemists all over
Yeah.
again. Yeah, kinda,
You
yeah.
wouldn't remember. The previous Organization 13 developed replicas, realistic vessels to place hearts in. They're so real, in fact, that you'd actually mistake them for people. And with hearts, the replicas will become people.
Cool. But if we get our hands on a replica, will Roxas look like himself when he's recompleted?
Yup. The replica takes the form of the heart inside it.
That's perfect.
I'll talk to Enzo. He was in the organization back then, so
Come
he
on,
might
I'm
know
almost
more.
there.
Replicant makes me think more of Nier than Blade Runner, but, you know.
Do you guys think they're after replicas too?
Nope, they definitely said a black box.
Who's that?
The organization and Maleficent.
Got him. And his anti-Sora, too.
You beat it as anti-Sora?
It's okay.
Yep.
But
You
there's something
madman.
you guys should know about one of their members. So let the rest of us worry about Roxas and Naminé for now.
Does this unit have
you
a soul?
journey on and keep an
Yes,
eye
Legion.
out for Terra.
Yes, it does.
Stop that!
They don't change, do they?
No, Your Majesty,
nope,
they
that's
don't.
Their best quality.
Well, we gave Merlin the vestments for Kyrie and Axel. Let's go stop by Ansem the Wise's study.
Right.
Getting strange lag, really? Damn, my bitrate is still okay. I don't know why I would be lagging. Well, allegedly my bitrate is still okay. Looks like it's dropping a little. Alright, but what's important is we're done. So I can just... Wait, like, you were lagging, like it's gone, or are you agreeing that my connection was fine and now it's not? Yeah, I'm gonna save it here, because we finished the world. It's gone? Okay, good. Yeah, we finished the world, so I'm gonna save it here. Explore postcards drop off. Hungry Shard. Soothing Stone. Okay, I don't have any others. Alright, save. Alright. That's it for me. Let's see who's online. Alright, first I'm going to ping the raid message so we can see who we're going to pick.
Did I ever tell you I have a thing for brunettes? Even Sora's like, yeah, so I have a chance with him now.
Alright, you know what? When was the last time we raided Arya? I think it's been a while. Yeah, I think it's been a while since we've gone to see Arya. I can't remember, anyway. So we're going to raid my friend Arya Shirewolf, who is currently playing The Witcher. The Witcher 1, ladies and gentlemen. Which would be awesome if it came to console, but I've heard that it's such a mess, it's basically impossible to port it properly. So, that's a shame. But we're going to raid into her. So, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you to Pop Kill Them for your bits. I really do appreciate it. And as usual, thank you to Raoul for joining me. It has been a wonderful journey, as it usually is. So, my upcoming schedule is on Saturday. We're going to be finishing The Last of Us 2, internet willing, because that game has had more technical issues than any other I've played in my last year and some change of streaming.
What are you talking about? You hit the perfect ending.
You're right. And on Monday, we'll be continuing Mass Effect Andromeda. On Thursday, we'll be right back here with more Kingdom Hearts 3. So, if any of those games catch your interest, make sure you tune in. But, until then, I hope you have a wonderful night, a wonderful start to your weekend, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Have a good night, everybody. Oh, something went wrong.